You just talked about overseas, and you did talk about Middle East and Africa. The first question: what is different, and how are you going, or how are you seeing the technology closing the gap between the undeserving being able to access care with ease, and just the rich being the only one that access care like it is right now?
Yeah. Look, I'll talk to just one of the most beautiful experiences we had last year, and one of the most terrifying. And I think there's not that many people in tech that truly have terrifying work stories. So what happened is we had got our AI doctor. Accuracy is excellent. We had solved all of the compliance sides, and we had a really good meeting with TGA. And at the end of that long meeting, they just said, hey, the regulations and clinical guidance and trials for an agentic doctor don't exist in country. And we can't obviously give you a time frame because it's also APRA. There's a whole bunch of med boards, and you can't comply the tool, even though you've shown all the stuff. And so we made the call to go, okay, do we look at an export market so that we can have the tool do something that makes our hearts proud, but then meets what would be a clinical trial here? So all of the compliance, data verifiability, explainable AI, immutable audit logs. Should we do that, and let's help some people along the way? And so we had an investment lead, a gentleman who's ethnic Syrian. And so long story short, we were over in Saudi Arabia. We get the call from representatives of the Syrian government, and they're like, great, we've got these meetings for you. Can you guys fly into Damascus in 2 days' time? And let's meet one-on-one and show the technology. And so this is a Sunday night in Riyadh, and I'm looking at sending my team in where there were literally major bombings of the defense ministry right next to where we were going. And there were active conflicts because Damascus in Syria is a dangerous place. And I'm a Christian, so I prayed on it. And God's voice was, go. If you can help these people, go. And the city of Damascus is a popular place. And so we went in, and I have to say, Anastasia, one of the most beautiful things you can never imagine is old Damascus, is the churches there, the people. For everything the Syrian people have gone through, we met with articulate, intelligent doctors, heads of government, investment funds, and we got to a point where we were looking to roll out our AI as a triage assistant in an emergency hospital in central Damascus, because there were no doctors at all. The war, they'd been killed, they'd fled. And so we had this wonderful opportunity. And then, unfortunately, the war in Iran kicked off, and Lebanon got implicated, and then there were a whole bunch of refugees, and it became even too dangerous for us. But my heart is with Syria, and I hope this video gets to some of those gentlemen who I won't name. But I hope dearly, one, security stabilizes. Two, I will honor that commitment as soon as it's safe for us to go back. But what we're looking to do is port all of the health concerns, all of the best practice model from an Australian clinical trial, help thousands to tens of thousands of people who have no option, and then take that data back and then try to shape the debate back here in Australia, New Zealand, and in developed countries, and go, hey guys, 100% doctor verified, no risk to patient, here's all the compliance, 99.9% accurate, and a verified thing, the 17 cents per consult. Where are we on regulation? And so this is an avenue we're still pursuing, not in Syria currently. We now have some really wonderful opportunities across continental Africa. But if we can help, 100,000 people here and inform, X millions of people back here in Australia, that's something, I'm risking myself and the team for.